really hot and really dry like the desert. It's so dry and so hot that all of the moisture is leaving your body so fast that you just can't drink enough water. You just can't stay hydrated. You're just dying. You can't make it. That would be an example of like a high VPD. The water is leaving your body too fast. And then a low VPD would sort of be like the opposite. Imagine if you were in hot jungle where it was super humid. All of the sweat on your body seems to just sit there. It doesn't even evaporate to help cool you off. You're just miserable and you're just and you're I can't make it. I'm too humid. That would be like a low VPD. The water isn't leaving your body fast enough. And that's sort of how these plants work too. I mean, it's a little different, but now that you know that, I can explain how it works in plants. So on a plant's leaves, there are little microscopic openings called stomata. These stomata open and close, allowing your plant to breathe. When your VPD is in the right range, your stomata stay open longer, allowing your plants to absorb more CO2, which boosts their photosynthesis and fuels faster growth. This also releases excess moisture, preventing mold and rot from forming. It also is able to take in nutrients better this way, because when your plant is able to transpire water, that's what it's doing. It's pulling water from the soil or from the roots, taking it through the plant, and then transpiring the water out of the top of the leaves. And if the environment is too humid for any more water to go into it, the stomata is just going to close. That means you're not pulling up any nutrients or any water into your plants, so they're not growing very fast. When the air is too wet, stomata stay closed, slowing your CO2 absorption and photosynthesis. This can lead to weak growth, nutrient issues, and an increased risk of mold. And if your VPD is too high, meaning that your air is too dry, then your plants are going to lose water too fast. They're just pulling it up like crazy, trying to keep their leaves from wilting. And they usually can't keep up, so you get wilted leaves, curled leaves, slow growth, just unhappy plants in general. Sometimes they'll even look okay. You just haven't realized that they're not really growing anymore. They're just sort of halted because of the environment. Plants grow so slow that it's hard to look at one and say, oh, are you growing right now? And that's why controlling your VPD isn't really optional if you want those top tier results.
You just gotta stop and ask, are you growing, man?
Strongest and the best
are we gonna make it? You've been looking the same for like a couple months.
And that doesn't matter if you're growing hydro, if you're growing soil, if you're growing cocoa. This applies to all plants and any growing method in all situations. And you can see how important this is if you just look on the controller. Right on the Grow Hub, it lists my temp, my humidity, and my VPD. If I look on the Grow Hub app, it also gives me my VPD right there on my app. And there's a reason they give you this information. It's because it's so important. But with controllers and apps and all of this new gear, this really isn't that hard. The controller measures the temperature and humidity constantly, giving me my VPD reading so I can see if it's in the optimal range no matter where I'm at. And it automatically adjusts my airflow, so if my humidity spikes too high after a flood cycle, the inline fan just kicks in to exhaust all the extra moisture, keeping my environment just right. I got my oscillating fan in the tent that helps control any little pockets of humidity in between my plants. And this grow light I'm running has something really sick that's gonna probably help me a lot in this grow. These aero lights have a built-in fan right in the center of the grow light. And this is gonna help me move a lot of air right there in the top of my canopy, right where you're the most likely to get bud rot, especially when you're dealing with extra humidity like I am. I know that whatever I've set up, my grow tent is just going to be that way because it's all automatic. That's what I love the most about this new grow, is everything is going to be all automatic. But none of this gear and none of the flood and drain stuff is even going to matter if we don't start off with strong seedlings. But I just found a brand new seed starting method that has changed everything for me. Not only did I get insane results, but I really put it to the test with some of the most messed up seeds I've ever seen. And the results I got were pretty crazy. You have to see this. This is going to take your seed starting game to the next level. So if you've ever had problems with seeds, don't miss this video. I'll see you there. Peace.
It's know what video I was working on. Shit.
This is my
Shout out
first
to
layer of color.
Melinda Elliott, a level 2 Bobby and Coffee member. Y'all know to go check out Melinda Elliott. Usually in the morning time, she does a morning live on her ride to work. I think she ate that. Know when to go looking for, right?
First, and the skin first if I can. Well, really the lightest color on the page first. And the skin appears to be the lightest color on the page. And, yep, this is my first layer. I'm going to go on to my second layer.